When it comes to collecting, and well, just about anything, the people with the most information are going to have the greatest rate of success. This is why I spend countless hours constantly seeking out new information and analyzing what little data we do have access to. We're very fortunate that information like pull rates are even shared with us at all, especially at the magnitude that they are these days. We have places like TCG Player where they compile the rates from thousands of packs, unlike the old day where we'd have maybe a few hundred packs at best and just lots of hearsay about the sets. So whenever a new set comes out, I always clamor for the pull rate data and enjoy analyzing the market, not just for my own decision making, but because I enjoy understanding the community and the market at large. I just love Pokemon cards, business, and statistics, and I find it all fascinating. My favorite statistic to compile as each new set drops is how much value I can pull if I were to rip 1,000 packs. It's a simple calculation based on individual pull rates and the market value, but it can tell you a lot about which sets might be most fun and most worth your money. All of that depends on which Pokemon and which trainers you love, and if they're even in the set, so keep that in mind first. Today, let's look at all the Scarlet and Violet sets side by side and see if the results are surprising. I'll even kick in Lost Origin and Evolving Skies for comparison. Now let's get to it. First off, shout out to Ethan Barton who asked me to put this video together. Even though I do this for every set, I haven't really put them all together in a video side by side like this. All right, let me start by pulling up the Scarlet and Violet base set spreadsheet. And right here, I always keep one of these in the spreadsheet itself, are the pull rates that TCG Player dropped. They used 8,000 packs to come up with this information. Everything is really dependent on this and how accurate it is. Sometimes I pad the numbers just a little bit. You know, here it says Miraidon is 1 in 309. Sometimes I might average that with some of the other special illustration rares to get a number. But generally speaking, what I'll do is take the pull rate for any special illustration rare. In this case, it was 1 in 32, and I'll multiply 32 times the number of special illustration rares there are. So if there was 10, and I think there's a few more in this set, but if there was 10, then it'd be 32 times 10, or a pull rate for that individual card of 1 in 320. I can't always memorize how many special illustration rares. In this set, there are 10 exactly, so roughly 320, and that is what I do for the pull rate data. So here what we have is just a basic spreadsheet, and in column E I have the market value pulled from TCG Player as of yesterday for this set, and I just plug that in here along with every single card, and if we scroll all the way down, we can see we can sum all those up and get the cost of the singles. So if you just went to TCG Player right now and bought all the singles, not counting the reverse holos, $328.15 to get a complete set of this set. You'll probably spend another $30-40 just to get the reverse holos. But as far as comparing sets, all the sets side by side, I always exclude the reverse holos because it just makes the spreadsheet too messy and too hard to get those numbers. And I already spend way too much time doing this. So, and as we went over in the other video, you know, I did calculate the price change from a year ago to now. Currently, we're looking at a drop of 30% for this. I think I did this because I was preparing for another video coming up because the 1-year anniversary of Scarlet and Violet is coming up. And right now, the overall set is at a minus 30%. So you're getting a little information early there. And then over here, I put in the pull rate. The gold hyper rare cards are 1 in 324. Again, taken from here, the amount of golds there are, which is 6 times the chances of getting a hyper rare, 1 in 54. And so 6 times 54 gives you 324. If I open 1,000 packs, how many of this specific card am I going to get? 1,000 divided by 324, which is, you know, somewhere around 3. And then multiply the fact that if I open 100 packs, odds are pretty good that I'll get 3 of these cards. They're currently sitting at $8.20. I'm going to get myself $25 in value from this specific card. Now, this is an estimation. This is based on everything being equal, all the SIRs printing equal. We have no idea if they are or aren't. My assumption is that they are, but maybe they printed 10 times more Spidops than they did Miraidon. I mean, I don't know why they would bother doing that. You know, these come out on huge sheets where I suspect that roughly the SIRs are meant to be printed equally. And, 1 in 320 packs, which is a lot of packs. Let's pull up the count. 320 packs divided by 36 means you got to buy like 9 booster boxes just to get 1 Miraidon EX. That's a lot. So we're just going to assume they're all printed equally. And I think it's fair to do because we're sitting here and we're going to compare the sets side by side. So you perform that same calculation, 1,000 packs divided by the pull rate and multiply it by the market. You do it for every single card, and then you add them all up. And what are you going to get for Scarlet and Violet base? You should pull about $1,600 worth of cards based on today's market value. And when sets come out and I plug these in, I maybe wait a day or two and see what the value is then. Back in May, the overall set was, like I said, 30% higher. The value here is going to be 30% higher. So 1,600 times 1.3. It would have been more of a value of about 2,000. Now, in order to buy 1,000 packs, right now, you can pick up booster boxes. So let's divide by 36. So 27 booster boxes, 28 booster boxes. If you can pick them up for $80, you're going to spend $2,240, and you have the potential to likely pull about $1,600 worth of cards. Now, you're going to want to keep some of the cards. Maybe you're just a shop. You're going to sell them all, right? Even if you got $1,600, you're going to sell them. It's going to cost you 13% just to sell them. Unless you have your own shop, then it might cost you 3%. So let's say you're an eBay seller. It's going to cost you 13% to sell, plus packing and stuff. You're actually only going to walk away with about $1,400 in value or less when you factor in envelopes, card sleeves, and stamps and whatnot. You can make the person pay for all of that if you want, but a lot of these cards are not going to sell. So that's how the sheet works. That's the value I get. And for this set, $1,600 for Scarlet and Violet. Let's look at the other sets. All right, here we are. I'm not going to keep you in suspense. This is all the sets laid out for you right here. Let me know if you see anything surprising. Like I said, you rip 1,000 packs for Scarlet and Violet, you're going to get about $1,600 worth of value. Same thing for Paldea Evolved. So people are saying, oh, hey, Paldea Evolved is a way better set. In terms of value, they're roughly equivalent. And why is that? Because there's less hits to pull. And when you factor them out and you factor them across 1,000 packs, you're going to get, you're going to get the Gardevoir more often or the Miraidon more often than you are going to get some of those big hits in Paldea Evolved. Then, probably not a surprise, Obsidian Flames. There's 6 SIRs and really only one that anyone wants, and that's Charizard. And last I checked, it was about the $50, $60 mark. Let me pull up that Charizard. Let's see, where is he at now? His market value is $47.84. So, his pull rate is 1 in 216. So you're going to get a lot more Charizards when you rip 1,000 packs from Obsidian Flames than you are from some of the other sets. But that doesn't make up for the fact that there really isn't a lot else in there. So you're going to get way less value out of buying a booster box of Obsidian Flames than SV1 or SV2. Then we got 151. I don't think it's a surprise. For as far as ripping 1,000 packs, you're going to get $3,714 worth of value out of that set because the prices are really high. There's a lot of chase cards in there. And clearly, I don't think it's a surprise. I think what's a surprise is how much higher it actually is. It's more than double the other sets that we've looked at so far. And that's a surprise. I knew it'd be more. It's just way more. Now, you're not getting $80 booster boxes for 151. You're paying a lot more per pack. If you got to pay, let's say you can get a good deal of $5 packs, you're going to spend $5,000. I don't need a calculator. I thought I did. $5 a pack for 151. You're spending $5,000 in order to pull the 3,700. I think that probably shows the incentive to buy and rip more 151. It's not too awful. Lots of great chases in there. Lots of value. Of course, you got to hit those Charizards to get that. And if I'm wrong and Charizard's not printed as much as Venusaur, then you're going to have less value in the end than what this number is that I'm calculating. Moving on to Paradox Rift, same thing. It's actually, the pull rates were so bad that you're going to pull $1,464 worth of value if you buy 1,000 packs. Paradox Rift is not selling super well either, so you can get really great deals on booster boxes. But in the end, if those deals aren't better than Paldea Evolved or Scarlet and Violet Base, as far as the value goes, based on the current market value of the cards, you're better off going with Scarlet and Violet and Paldea Evolved. And then we got Paldean Fates, the last set in Scarlet and Violet that we've got data for, of course. $2,300 almost of value. The packs are more expensive for sure than you're going to get. But, I mean, even a ETB right now is at $40. You're paying $5 a pack. Actually, I take that back. Divided by 9 packs, you're paying about $4.50 a pack. So $4.50 a pack times 1,000 packs, you're looking at $4,440 just to get your $2,300 worth of value of Pokemon. Now, a lot of people are hating on it. I think that it's a great set. There's 3 chases, in my opinion: Mew, Gardevoir, Charizard. The baby shinies are a lot of fun. You get them roughly every 4 packs. But if you don't like them, you don't like them. Certainly, the evidence is here. 151 is a better set to go after if you're just looking for pulls. And like I said in the beginning, you've got to love the cards that are in there, or don't bother. You may absolutely love Obsidian Flames. Go for it. There's fantastic deals for Obsidian Flames. Just compared to the other sets, you're not going to pull as much value out of that set. That is based only on market trend, not what it means to you. I believe that collecting should be a personal experience, and you should get whatever you love and whatever you want. I'm just sharing the market data with you. Now, I just wanted to see what it would look like if we took a look at Evolving Skies and Lost Origin. 2 kind of very different sets. Obviously, Evolving Skies is going to the moon right now. Booster boxes are taking off incredibly fast. I think that they're about $550 now, and I feel like a month ago they were $450. They're drying up. They're going up. I would say if you don't have, I mean, they'll probably continue to go up. I'm not going to throw down $550 for a box. I can tell you that. I'm fortunate enough that I have 2 that I bought when they were about $90. So I'm sticking with those 2, and that's it. That's my collection. Anyways, I did the numbers on Evolving Skies, and it came up $10,000 worth of value. But there's 2 reasons, as I wrote here, that these numbers don't work for Evolving Skies. One is hits take way more than 1,000 packs to get. The Sylveon VMAX, the Umbreon VMAX, they're closer to 2,000 packs in order to pull one of those, 1,800. So if you rip 1,000 packs, there's a good chance you'd get neither of those. So you've got to actually keep ripping more and more and more to have a chance to hit that break even point where you pull one of everything. And it's just, with Evolving Skies, it's not going to work. Let's say you get your packs for $8, and I don't think you will anymore. What is $5.50 divided by 36? That's $15 a pack. So the $8 packs are even over. Let's say you get $12 packs. Now you're spent more than you spent more. You spent $12,000 to get $10,000 in value. Just to share, $10,000 is what it is with using that same statistic. Fortunately, pull rates have gone way down. That, other than Paradox Rift, you're more likely to pull a couple of any single card in any of these sets. Paradox Rift is kind of on the edge where you might pull only one more Roaring Moon if you open 1,000 packs. So it could end up dropping that number even. And so I wanted to look at a different set that isn't as insane like Evolving Skies, and that's Lost Origin. You're roughly only going to pull about $1,253 if you open 1,000 packs and you hit everything right. So even though I think Lost Origin is a great set, it's got the Giratina alt art, it's got the 2 Pikachus in the trainer gallery, which the value is pretty low and still dropping. I don't know if they'll drop much more. I think that Pikachu VMAX from the trainer gallery is one of my top 10 favorite cards of 2 years ago. I was going to say of last year, but it's been more than a year since Lost Origin came out. Clearly, Lost Origin, you're not going to get your value. Scarlet and Violet, Paldea Evolved, Paradox Rift, and Paldean Fates, and obviously 151 are all, you're going to get more value out of all those sets than you are out of Lost Origin, even though Lost Origin has 4 alt arts and, you know, a very good trainer gallery series in there. So that's the numbers I'm seeing for Scarlet and Violet, Evolving Skies, and Lost Origin. Just wanted to share them with you. Let me know what you guys think of these numbers and how, if you were surprised by any of it, and how it makes you feel about what sets that you might buy into or pick up for yourself for ripping. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I'll catch you in the next video.